And I'm going to show you now our data, the data that we have been using. This is, again, you can check this database here at this DOI. You can download it from there. And I have already here the column of erosion or erosional level. And we're going to use now Surfer to process this erosional column. So we go to Surfer. That was our last map. We start by defining the variogram for the erosional level. So grid, variograms, new variograms. We select our data. We select here erosional level. And we get this variogram, which is basically, well, the straight line will probably do. Okay, let's do our usual cleaning. Yeah, that line is very good, but let's try to do the autofit and see if it gives us, oh, yes, it gives us a much better line. That will be the variogram for the erosional level. So as usual, I will take my cut tool, cut this section, copy, and paste. And I will save it as variogram elevation. I have it done previously, so I will not do it again. And then again, we go to grid data. Because we have faults, and the faults should affect the erosional level too, we will use invert distance to a power, and select the erosional level. The anisotropy, the ratio is 1:242. The anisotropy, the angle is 90. Faults, use the fault, and then we can skip to the end, and it will be called erosional level. And to save some time, I'm gonna click on create a new map, and it will be a contour map. So I click finalize, set. I will take off the variogram. So this is our map for the erosional level. So as I mentioned, we need to figure out which are the values that are low. So again, we click on the map, we go to levels, click on advanced, edit levels. You can see all the negative here. So I would start by deleting everything that is bigger than 1. Okay. And then I will delete everything that is between 10 and -1, because I really need to know the lower level of the erosion.